Good morning and welcome to BJC Mitzvah Day number 137, part 2. Use the Sefer Hachinuch, a mitzvah day keeps us on its way. The prohibition to eat the mincha offering of a Cohen. Among the laws of the mitzvah is that which our sages of blessed memory stated in Menachos. Any mincha that is offered upon the altar requires kamitza. That's the handful of scooping of the mincha, the meal offering. After which they burn the entire komets upon the altar, and the remainder of the offering is eaten by the Kohanim, with the exception of the mincha of male Kohanim, which is not subject to kamitza, but rather is burned on the altar in its entirety, as it is stated in Leviticus. Again, this mitzvah is in the third book, Vayikra, Parshat Sav. Every mincha of a Cohen is to be entirely burned, it shall not be eaten. Thus we learn that the mincha of initiation and the minchas chavitin, which was the offering, again, as we mentioned, where the Cohen Gadol would bring twice daily, as well as the sinner's mincha, or a donative mincha brought by a Cohen, are all burned in their entirety upon the altar, and are not subject to kamitza, as we have stated earlier in this parsha. Mitzvah number 134. Having mentioned kamitza, the Hachinuch proceeds to detail how kamitza is performed, even though this is not directly pertaining to the subject of this mitzvah. The description of kamitza is as follows. The Cohen takes some of the flour of the mincha into his fist. That is to say, he scoops it with his fingertips, in the manner of any person closing his fist, whereby he initially extends his fingers and opens the underside of his hand, and then forms a fist around the flour with the tips of his fingers. That is to say, he closes his hand such that his fingers make contact with his palm. The flour that they contain is the komets. The fingers closed against his palm in this manner do not hold much of the flour of the mincha offering. Indeed, if he took an excessive amount of the komets, such as if he separated his fingers and performed the kamitza in this way, he has disqualified it. The additional details of the mitzvah are found in Tractate Menachos. The prohibition of eating the mincha of a Cohen applies to both men and women during the time of the temple. When it transgresses this prohibition and eats a kazayas, olive's volume of a Cohen's mincha, incurs malchus, lashes. The Chinuch notes that there is an additional application of this mitzvah. The text of Sifra to the verse of our mitzvah is, when the verse states, it is to be entirely burned, it shall not be eaten, this teaches a law not only regarding the mincha offering of a Cohen, but also regarding any other sacrificial item that is subject to the instructions of it is to be entirely burned. The verse comes to impose a prohibition against eating any such item. Thus, whenever an offering or a portion of an offering is designated for burning upon the altar, one is prohibited by this verse to consume it. And that concludes this mitzvah. Thanks for listening to Sponsor Feature Mitzvah 36, 100 Gold. Have a great day.